Hello everybody, welcome back. It's Swish here with some video on the channel. This time I'm just playing Undecember. I started like I don't know, 10 days ago, something like that. So it's going to be a just quick video. It's just the 75 level, so it's a new character. So we finished the episode 2 basically. So it's the new area, Saluto, which is going to be the end game, and obviously everybody knows that who are playing the Undecember, but well, I just want to record this for myself as well. So I managed to kill the boss. Wasn't really too hard because, as you can see, I'm level 75, but that was the idea as well. When I was like level 70 or was like 68, I just don't want to try hard. Basically I just grind until I hit 75. And then I was able to put basically +2 projectile count. I didn't have the elemental damage amplification for 1%, so I just had the zodiac point right now. Just received the zodiac point right now because when you finish the boss, when you're killing the boss, you're just getting the zodiac point. So I just put 1 point here. But what I'm trying to say, that +2 projectile count when you have the character with projectiles is huge thing, because basically I just remove the multi-shot rune, which was here, and I was able to just put something else, which in my case is additional cold damage, because this build is all about the cold. So we're running the frost bomb with the frost ball, and before I will show you the skills and runes, I'm just gonna quick pick for the gear first. So I managed to craft the +20 chaos resistance on the fight. Just before the fight I was crafting those two. So basically the idea before the fight was doing the, from the white ones, the better quality weapons. So I have 11 and 9. Don't try to roll more than 10 because you basically will use everything and there is not going to be much impact. You're not going to hit. I had like 13 and then I rolled downwards. Anyway. So on this one I have the cold damage for the, obviously for the build. Attack and spell damage, chaos res 20, so that's good, because element resistance are not counting into chaos resistance, so just keep that in mind. That's why the teleport is not really great on this fight, because teleport is going to give you the element res, but the element res doesn't really, there's no point, because there's only going to be a chaos res and a little bit of the physical damage. And the other one, we are having the cold damage, attack and spell damage, and the rest is irrelevant because the damage over time doesn't apply for this build, but I just simply don't have any more, you know, mats for roll, so I just leave it like it is. And then the rest of the gear was just simply for the fights, so the chaos rest, this is like rest is crap here. The chaos rest, again, the rest is crap here. I'm just going to remove this. Just showing you guys how I finished the game. What was the build? This is amazing. The armor is amazing. Actually, I had like 3 armors to choose in between, but for the fight I used this one. So you have the dodge rate almost 1500, 22 dex, 24% dodge rate, 200 to HP almost, and 30 chaos rest. So obviously I choose this one, and then the last one, 8.5% status effective dodge chance, which is great as well, because I will just explain it just in a minute. The idea on the beginning was like on the mage, like lots of strength to have the armor and then the intelligence, but then because I found the armor, which I didn't use on the fight, I just want to show you guys this like super amazing armor. Actually, I was super lucky to get actually this armor, which is called the Traveler's Tunic. So basically what it does, dodge rate, gear dodge rate, HP mana, that's okay. And then you have 40% movement skill rune cooldown recovery speed, which is also like, oh my god, right? And then you have 20% dodge rate amplification for 3 seconds when you're using the movement skill. So imagine that all the time when you're using the movement skill. So every time when you're using the movement skill, you will have the 20% dodge rate amplification on top of that. But and this armor was great, and I'm actually using all the time. But then we are having the Awakening skin, which is giving you 30 chaos resist. I think the other armor is kind of better because will amplify your dodge, but then you have so much dodge rate here, so I just choose this one. Because at the end of the day, we're just going to click the defense, and as you can see, I'm having like 100 chaos res, which is 57%. No matter, like on the 60%, 57% or less, it doesn't matter, you're just going to die. I died like 4 or 5 times. It wasn't really hard, to be honest, because it wasn't like it's just normal thing. You are going to die, so like 4 times it wasn't like laughing, to be honest. Like honestly, like easy peasy on level 75 was like I don't even need to like do anything, just auto attack, and obviously I use the roll just simply when I can. Not really too much to dodge the spells, more just like apply the dodge rate and dodge rate amplification, because as you can see on the skill right now we have 5% dodge rate and 43% dodge rate, so on top of that. So basically to apply the dodge constantly, not really try to, if that make any sense, not really try to escape from the spell. I was basically standing on a spell, I just basically was like, I just had so much dodge, so I don't need to. Then we have just some gloves with the chaos res again. Shoes are really crap, but the chaos res again, I have much better gloves and shoes for right now, basically. So everything we are stacking for the chaos resistance, basically. The weapon I already shows you guys, I think so. And then we have the amulet just with the elemental damage, nothing more than that. Some intelligence, but purely element damage. And then the belt I choose with the strength for the majority of the game, just simply to get that extra armor. But obviously in this scenario, this boss is not dealing much of the physical damage. So I just leave it how it is. But honestly, you just probably wanna use something else. Although for the belts, if I'm not mistaken, though, you can't roll the chaos res, so just leave it how it is, like it is. So probably you might end up with some better variation, maybe for the fight, better belt. And then I choose one with the dodge rate because, yeah, the whole idea was about the dodging. So 37 dodge rate and some extra element damage, excuse me. And then we are having the strength and the fire res, but the fire is not important. Strength is good on the ring, so ideally just for the dodge this one, and the second one just ideally for the element damage. So so we have more damage from the elements, obviously for the cold, and the cast speed on top of that is good. So yeah, that's about the gear. About the potions or the elixir, so I use the damage elixir to have that extra 42% more damage. Obviously when we dying, we're just going to pop out another potions one more time. So basically, yeah, every time we're going to basically resurrect our character, we're getting that extra damage, because it's only just for the duration for 2 minutes, but believe me, you're just probably going to die anyway before that going run out. And then dodge rate elixir, which is like dodge rate extra 50%. So I was basically standing on everything. I don't even trying to escape from the spells, maybe a little bit. At the end of the day, he's going to kill you anyway, as you know, when you're playing with this gear, because later on probably you can just finish this with your alt character and just running some extra super items. Anyway, so that's about the gear, about the potions, and about the skills. So the whole idea of this build is frost bomb, and it's going to be great, it's going to be amazing as soon as we are going to have like both legendary, or at least well, yellow. The rare one, as the rare frost bomb is going to be amazing, but I'm not going to dive much how I see this build is going to be in the future. Just simply when I be able to get to that point, I will show you and explain you. But I will just maybe explain what was the build for the majority of time. So for the majority of time, I've been using the teleport, and I've been using the bulwark of protection. shield, because that's going to give you, as you can see, 100% armor, extra armor for duration, almost 5 seconds, and then element resist. So basically you max out for the res when you killing the trash mobs, fighting, you know, elites and champions packs and rare packs, some other crap, whatever. And the teleport is great as well, because the teleport is giving you also another extra element resist. Although you don't really need to use teleport, just simply because if you're using the bulwark of protection, you already max out with the res. But later on in the game, much better idea is just to use the roll to dodge everything and just use the improved senses only when you're using the 2 daggers, because this skill is only for 2 daggers. So when you're running the 2 daggers build, basically you're swapping into the roll and into the improved senses. But if you don't running the daggers, because simply you don't have it, or you just don't want to because you just don't like it, so then you're just swapping into the teleport. Although excuse me, not into the teleport on the beginning. If you really want to, you're just swapping the bulwark of protection into, obviously, the one more time. If you're running the daggers, you're running the improved senses. If you're not running the dagger, you just wanna use the bulwark of protection. Although on this fight, the bulwark of protection does nothing, because that just give you the extra armor and extra element resist, which is not important on this fight at all. So that's why, even if you're not running the daggers, you just want to run the daggers in this scenario for this build. So basically the daggers are the best in slot for this particular build. So we end up actually with the roll with release element, because the release element giving you the extra element damage amplification, so it's almost 30% in my case, level 24, which is great, and cast speed on top of that 21%, and some other stuff that's not really super important, basically the cooldown reduction for this. And pretty much yeah, so the frost bomb just to trigger the frost ball. And the frost bomb is just super extra amazing skill. So we are just gonna talk a little bit about the runes and about the skills. So the main idea is just to cast the frost bomb, and the frost bomb are going to trigger through the spell activation spell on hit is going to trigger the frost ball, and the frost ball it's amazing. It's just amazing. We're having like a 40% chill chance, 100% damage against chill enemies. So that's why it's so crucial to chill, because then we're having the extra damage. On top of that, 60% strike damage multiplier, 20% chill chance, 35 chill effect, and yeah. So we're just going to quickly read additional cold damage. As you can see, not really high level. I just, before the 5, I just put this instead of the multi-shot, which I explained on the beginning of the video. On the Zodiac, I'm just gonna press one more time. On the Zodiac, we can choose +2 projectile count. It's great for variation of builds, not only for this build. It's just freaking amazing, because we can just take out the multi-shot, which will give you extra DPS boost, because when we putting on the beginning on our journey, the multi-shot is going to decrease the DPS overall, which we don't really want to use it at all. Then we're using the projectile acceleration, because it's going to accelerate the projectile speed, and on top of that, giving the extra damage to the projectile. As you can see, lots of damage, lots of speed. Then we're having the cold penetration in this build, because we are running the cold build, so it's cold damage and then cold penetration and then extra cold penetration on top of that. Then we're running the spell damage increase, because we just like to increase our damage, right? So it's 20% damage up on the spell and then extra damage. It's crazy. This rune is crazy. Spell damage increase. And then persistence is really great, because we are actually having the damage amplification, not just damage strike, but amplification of that damage. So it's even greater though, and on top of that 40% strike damage, and then 5% chance to deal double damage on hit, which is like, wow, my god, it's crazy. And this rune, you really want to go as soon as possible to do the legendary, and then obviously your both skills, or one skill or 3 skills, it depends on your build, whatever the DPS builds, runes, you obviously want to go as soon as possible to get the rare runes, and then obviously the legendary ones. And with the frost bomb, I choose, as you can see, persistence is going to be, again, I don't really, in this build, in the Zodiac, I didn't put any skill points into the critical damage amplifiers or whatever, so I'm not going to use at all But with that being said, I'm not saying the criticals are bad, because there is going to be, or they are already, like lots of probably critical builds, especially if you're using some extra critical acceleration runes for it. Anyway, so persistence is going to be in this slot here. I'm not going to use the bulwark of the protection. I explained already why it's not really super, but important, although you might consider if you're lacking with the element resist later on, maybe some, I don't know, it's going to be some voice, crazy voice, so I'm going to keep this, but primarily I rather to use a roll with the improved senses, just basically to dodge everything. So spell damage increase again, projectile acceleration again, as you can see, both the same. And then on top of that, we're having the quick cast in this one, just simply because the frost bomb is our triggering skill spell. So the frost bomb need to be a little bit faster than the frost ball, because frost ball is going to basically cast after the triggering from the frost bomb, right? That makes sense, hopefully. So obviously the frost bomb I wish to be faster, which is, and then the cold penetration is going to be here. With which I already said, the persistence. So the persistence, cold penetrations, pretty much everything is the same. Just the difference between the frost bomb, I just like to cast this quicker to proc the frost ball, and then frost ball, because it's going to be so many, is just 3 projectiles already with the additional cold damage. So that's the build. Before I finish, I just want to show you guys one more thing, why this build is going to be so cool and so amazing. I'm just going to show you here for the blue rune, and ideally in the future, spoiler alert, this build is going to be with the blizzard, so we are not going to use any dodge skills or armor skills, whatever. We're not going to use at all any of those two. So we're not going to use bulwark, it's called. One more time, we're not going to use the improved senses of the endgame build, and we are not going to use the bulwark of protection on the endgame build, hopefully. Hopefully. But that's going to be like third step. The second step right now is to get the rare frost bomb, and then the legendary frost bomb and frost ball. Okay, because I want to say something. That's the thing, I was already thinking about the blizzard and I forget what I want to finish this build, the sentence. Oh, okay, I know, I get it. So I just want to show you guys why this build is going to be so amazing, because the blue rune, the frost bomb. So basically, on the beginning when I started, I really like the skill, the frost bomb, but the frost bomb have the issue because the frost bomb, when you put in the skill rune, the multi-shot rune, the green rune, multi-shot rune, is not giving you any multi-shot. And I was like, oh my god, like I really like the frost bomb, but we don't really have the multi-shot. So I was like, so then I was figuring out the frost bomb is going to be just my, triggering spell. So just casting the spell to trigger the frost ball, which is giving you with the green rune multi-shots. And the reason behind why the frost bomb is not giving you the multi-shot, basically, when you have the white one and you're just going to upgrade to the magic, it still is just like nothing. But when you upgrade to the rare, at the end of that you need to scroll, because you will see just like that, as you can see, like projectile speed, shield chance, damage multiply against shield enemies, and then you have projectile speed and shield chance 20%, and then the 60 damage multiply against shield enemies, and then you need to scroll a little bit, and then you will see one projectile count, and then another, the legendary one, plus 2 projectile counts. So it's going to be massive. It's going to be, oh my god, I'm so excited about this. And then obviously if we are able to, like, I don't know, at some point to survive the massive attacks, so just the spoiler alert for this build, I wish to end up with the blizzard, because I think might be great addition. Also, I'm like super into the cold, because the background is of Diablo 2, so I kind of like a blizzard fanboy, and I really always, when I starting playing some other game, I'm always trying to do some like powerful cold character, powerful cold mage. So I wasn't really looking into the YouTube so far didn't really copy any meta, you know, whatever builds. This is my own build, just it's casual build. Maybe there is tons of stuff which you can improve, and hopefully you can find something which you can improve, because at the end of the day I just want to upload this video because I'm so happy about the game, I'm so happy about this build, and there's nothing more to it. I'm not trying to show you like you need to play this, or not trying to say like I'm amazing player or whatever, because there's lots of people who just, you know, watching the video and then trying to assess like, oh my god, but this guy doing this wrong or something like. That's not the point. The point is just I'm happy, so I'm just posting this, and if you like, that's good. If you don't like it, just you don't need to play this, obviously. Nothing more than that. So yeah, I think the Blizzard, just give me a few minutes. I'm going to wrap up the video. So I think the Blizzard might be like great addition, because we having the shield chance and then freeze rate against shield. But I have no clue. I think there is some rune which will give you some extra damage because of the freeze. So that might be something. We might add this chill chance freeze rate against summon a powerful blizzard that deals damage to enemies in front of the caster. Blizzard duration is affected by the cast speed. Maybe I'm not going to use this at all, because this is just going to be around you, and the main idea of this character is just to stay behind and just cast the spells. And maybe just for the end of this video, can I just show you? Can I just show you? Can I just move? No, I can't move because we finish. I can't cast the spells. Oh wow. There's going to be lots of opportunity. You can just jump to the stream and you will see, because I'm just going to play this character until I will hit the legendary. Both spells and everything here need to be rare, and well, need to be to the way I see. And I'm not talking like I'm professional or anything. I just enjoy the game, and I just want to do the character how I feel it, how I see. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you much, guys, for watching. See you guys in the next video. There are going to be maybe some videos from, obviously from the Undecember. Is going to be one more at least for end game build. I don't know, at some point. I'm not trying to do like, you know, thousands of videos, because no, I just don't feel like it. I mean, I really enjoying the game, but just want to show you guys this like totally free to play character. I don't really have anything. Just gonna show you my stash, just because some people might see like, oh my god, this is a skin, so probably you spent thousands of money. No, I didn't spend. I just bought the skin. I just enjoy the game, so I just decide. So as you can see, there's nothing extra here. I'm not saying like I'm not going to buy anything, but I just want to show you guys this is like purely strictly free to play character, and obviously I found some uniques. So well, like everybody else, right? So having some uniques, and okay, I finished the video. So one more time, thank you very much, guys, for watching. See you guys in the next videos. Hopefully, like I said, I'm going to definitely do one video just when I reach some, maybe one legendary skill. I really wish I spent like 1200 or 1300 already for the frostbomb. I really wish to unlock this for 6, you know, rune slots. I really wish, and then I can upgrade this to the rare, because what's the pain in the ass, but at the end of the day we don't really need that much DPS output to finish the boss. So oh, there's some nice skin as well. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the skins. I really enjoying female characters when I'm playing, because well, then you can look, they looks nice, right? So so definitely, if there's going to be some nice outfit, I'm probably going to buy if I continue to play. But I wanna add, well, supposed to finish this. It's already like 25 minutes, but I want to add something, I think. So I said, yeah, there's not going to be much videos. Obviously on the channel there's splitting between the Polish and English videos. So just if you see the English videos or if you see the Polish video, there is going to be usually, I will try to do the same content in Polish and English on this channel. And on the stream, we might see the Undecember. I might try the Torchlight Infinite, but I don't know. And then I just want to finish with, obviously this channel is going to be for Diablo 4 channel. So if you're enthusiast for Diablo games, so stay tuned for the future, because it's going to be daily stream Diablo 4 and lots of content I will try to do, hopefully. So stay tuned for that, and thank you very much one more time for watching. Take care and bye.